This is the first prototype for the decapitating canary that will feature in the song Pulled. The brief we were given for making this prop was that the head would have to become detached when Wednesday squeezes the bird too hard. With that beared in mind, I started to create this prototype. Here we have a block of wood which will represent the bird's body. I have a toy bird's head on a piece of dowel. This will ultimately represent the canary's head. And here we have a spring that was from a pen, which will help to launch the bird's head from the body. I started making this prototype by drilling a hole in the block of wood at the top there. That measured in at 3.5 centimeters in depth. Once I'd done that, I then attached the toy bird's head to the piece of dowel. The dowel would then slot inside the wood, and with the use of the spring would help to launch the bird's head from the body. I started making this prototype by drilling a hole in the block of wood at the top there. That measured in at 3.5 centimeters in depth. Once I'd done that, I then attached the toy bird's head to the piece of dowel. The dowel would then slot inside the wood, and with the use of the spring would help to launch the bird's head from the body. Once I was ready, I then placed the spring inside the hole at the top there. Then, with the canary's head, I then placed that over the spring inside. Then, with pressure added to the top of the bird's head, I could then release, and the bird's head would launch from the body. After testing the prototype, I was satisfied by the fact that the spring was able to launch the head from the body, proving that this would be an effective method when developing this idea. However, there are negative points to this design. For example, the spring would often come out from the body when the head was launched. This would not be good ultimately on stage, because it would mean that the prop could not be used again if the pieces could not be relocated. Also, I didn't like how the way that pressure would need to be constantly exerted on the head to keep it in place. This would not look good on stage, because it would become too obvious that the bird's head would become detached to the audience. So to improve this design, I will experiment with a locking device that will be able to lock the head into place and keep the spring at strain until an appropriate time when the head is able to be launched from the body by the actress who plays Wednesday. So that's what I'll be aiming to do for the next prototype.